Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. My name is Priya Mohan. I am the owner of Sorry Not Sorry here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. I think the screen might be frozen, but I'm here, and hopefully you're here too. With me is the lovely Shefali.
Hi, I'm Shefali.
Shefali is wildly working in the back to make sure things are okay. Let us know if the volume's okay, if the lighting's okay, because we are so excited to share with you the remainder of the pieces that are going to be released on this Sunday's sneak peek for February at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this Sunday. And the pieces are incredible. So I have to put this one on to show you first. I'm kind of in love with it. It has motorcycles and race cars. And what I've done is I've put a little Ziska bead here to kind of gather the arm together. But of course, I can take that off and wear it this way so that my little friends are right side up.
What's your favorite motorcycle, Priya? Oh, there's also BMX bikes too.
Yeah, it's too cool. I think this pink one. That's my favorite. Yeah, it's a tricycle. That's just my style. But what I loved about it, and the reason that I wanted to start with this piece, is that what's so great about our silks is that they really do fit with your personal sense of style and your color choices. So we've got this paired right now with a pair of eucalyptus color, heavyweight. And I could just as easily pair this with a fuchsia. I could pair it with an orange. I could pair it with a blue, purples, reds, denim, pretty much anything, which means that there are, I'm actually going to say hundreds of options, because I can also wear this in different ways. What I'm wearing right now is a poncho from our sneak peek collection. But if I were taking this traveling and I only had limited space, I could easily turn this into a scarf that I could use during my trip. I can turn it into a blouse, like a tunic style blouse, like that, just by tying these two ends together here and here. So now I have a top. I could also flip it around this way, and I could have a shorter top with longer sleeves. The way that I was wearing it in the beginning was as an asymmetrical tunic, almost like a poncho. And then I could also wear it as a scarf this way. So I take it, fold that side down to there. So I'm creating a great big triangle. And then I did not do that the way I would like to, but you're all going to imagine that I did it beautifully. And then I can take a bead or tie a knot and put it in right here.
But you know, the benefit of our silks is that it doesn't matter if you mess up, because no one will know.
Yeah, nobody will know. That is the benefit of our silk. So there it is. It's worn as a scarf. I would probably tuck that over to the side a little bit.
How very French of you.
How very French of me. So yeah, lots of different ways you can wear it. Have any of our ladies joined us today?
Sorry, no one.
No one.
Rhonda says happy Friday.
Hi, Rhonda.
Ladies. Jackie has joined. Jane has joined. Judy has joined. She says happy Friday. Sabina has joined. Jackie says hello, everyone. A-okay. Sabina says happy Friday live. Heather has joined. Michelle has joined. Jane said, hi, everyone. Michelle said happy Friday. Lots of other ladies.
Oh, so many ladies.
Trenton has joined.
Oh, hey, that's Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Brandy.
Brandy.
So for those of you who don't know, Brandy owns Off the Hook Trenton. She has a lovely boutique in Trenton, Ontario. You should definitely check her out. And she recently just placed an order with us. So you're going to find some Sorry Not Sorry silks there if you happen to be in Trenton.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Don't forget to tag us in your pictures, Brandy. We'll definitely share them.
Oh, my favorite silk has appeared.
So I wanted to show these two because they're both kind of too much fun. So this one here is our FIFA, what is it, 2016?
Our coveted FIFA.
It's a FIFA 2014.
Yeah.
So this is a FIFA 2014, sorry. The coveted FIFA 2014, sorry.
Coveted only by Shefali.
But what I like about it is that, again, you've got all these really fun different colors for you to pull from. So when I'm looking at my computer, Shefali, the picture keeps freezing. Is that happening to anybody else?
No.
Good.
We're actually good on this end.
All right.
It's our Wi-Fi, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
We might need to plug in my computer because this girl was working on it all day.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Back in with Shefali. Yeah.
So here is another poncho that we're releasing as part of our Avatar collection, the FIFA World Cup poncho. I'm going to show you the regular price ones first, and then we will move into the Wabi Sabi sale ones. We do have a second FIFA one in case you can't get enough of the FIFA. Thank you. So this one here,
Love this one.
this is beautiful. So
Gorgeous.
this color down here is a gray with blue undertones. We have different shades of brown and orange, a little bit of olive there, fabulous shades of blue, like a demoiselle blue from Bryn Walker. We have some orangey colors here that would look great with koi in the summer, or with not aperitivo, uni in the winter. And then there's even burgundy. So again, a piece that has so many colors, and check out that pattern on it. It's beautiful. Truly, truly beautiful.
Gorgeous. Andrea says, happy Friday. Margot says, hello, Silky friends. Hello, Margot.
Hello, Margot. Oh, look, I can put my hanger here so I don't lose it.
Wow. Guys, we've decorated the store a little bit differently.
Yeah, we moved things around a bit, partially because we're moving, as many of you know.
Oh my God.
We actually have the move date now. We'll be leaving this store on March 30th. We may have to close a couple of days before that. And then we'll be opening up, I think, on the Wednesday after that in the new store sales floor. We may have to delay shipping for that 1 week in between the move because things will be packed up, but we will let you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here, so pretty. The ponchos are always the first to go because they're too sweet and they're so easy to wear. And then this is your Monday. And then this here is your Tuesday, which I think still looks good with these pants.
I think so too. I actually really was going to say I quite like it with this time, just because especially the other side of this piece, you have like a bit of that kind of paler mossy green, and that goes really well.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is that Jackie was wondering if we could show it with Ruselia.
Yeah, for sure. So here's the Ziska. Here's a Ziska necklace. And I wanted to let you know that in the next couple of days, the spring 2026 collection of Ziska, which just arrived in our store, will be hitting us online. So keep an eye on the Ziska collection over the next few days to see the unbelievably sweet pieces that we got in for spring. And just like with all the Ziska, we have to place our order well in advance because it is small batch and it's ethically made. So it's not like there's this great big stockpile we can choose from. After we place our order, we have to wait for it to be made and then it comes to us. So we get limited quantities at a time. It's very much like the Bryn Walker pants.
Mm-hmm.
We place the order, takes them a long time to make it, and then it's done, which is better for the environment because they're not making more than what they need, which is different from fast fashion.
Well, it's also conscious shopping choices, which I really appreciate. Like, you actually have to ask yourself, am I willing to wait 3 months to get the pants that I ordered 3 months ago? Like, is my desire or like this adrenaline boost that I have for these pants really worth the wait?
Mm-hmm.
But for Bryn Walker, it is.
It is. It really is. So this is it with the red. And I think it works because there are tiny little bits of red in here. I think you can see them even when I move the red pants out from underneath.
Mm-hmm.
You can still see that there's red in there. And I think if I turned it, now these are the Ruselia pants. There's still time to order the Bryn Walker. The Bryn Walker pre-orders end on February 18th. And after that, you're out of luck. Then we have to wait for next summer if you want to get spring linens, other than what we have in stock right now. I think it works.
Like it. I think that maybe it needs an olive undertop, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, something in this area.
Yeah,
right?
Just to kind of juxtapose how muted this is versus how bright the pants are, and the olive acts as a good neutral.
But I think when it was the other way around with this side to the front, it really worked. It just needed a red necklace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Jackie said black short magnetic necklace bands. Yes, we do have.
We got them.
I did want to just show off the red one a bit because I feel like.
So this is what the magnetic bands look like. We now have them in red, teal, and black in both lengths. This is the shorter length, and then they also come in a slightly larger length. And if you would like it longer than that, I would recommend either using a button magnet to extend it or get an additional one of these necklaces, and you can put two together because you can put the magnet. You can use the magnet.
That's good to know, Judy. It's off, so I think that we'll be sorted.
What's going on?
The necklace was giving some feedback because you were
clicking it. Did we turn off the sound? That thing that we do?
They should both have that ready already. Does yours have another light?
No, I have one light.
Okay. You could come this way.
This is noise canceling.
Oh yeah. You have the both.
Oh, I have both lines.
Yeah.
I do. Okay, so we have the noise canceling on. Good to know.
But I think it didn't matter because
it was very clicky. So clicky. Okay, here is another poncho. Ladies, she is divine. This is one of the shibori dyes, which means that the original sari would have had this embroidery on it. It's very, very delicate embroidery. And then the whole sari was bleached and then re-dyed, almost like a tie-dye, but in a shibori fashion. And it is unbelievably soft. You can see why whoever decided that this sari should be reinvented, they were like, this is too soft to let it go. So the colors in it are a gray with bluey undertones. So you can kind of see that it works with this as well. And then these are different shades of burgundy, wine, magenta, something in there. Because it's kind of different shades, it's hard to say exactly which one it is. So this is another one of the ponchos that's getting released.
Jane said, and I thought this was hilarious, conscious shopping. I need to do more of that.
Jane, when you shop from us, you are conscious shopping.
I agree. And then Jane was replying to Shazzy and she said, haha, hard to do with sorry, not sorry. And Lisa said, oh, does that poncho go with foxglove? Question.
Oh, this one? I think say no.
I think it might be too pink.
It's too pink. Foxglove is a grade lavender.
And it's very blue.
Yeah. I can grab the swatch though.
Not that I think it wouldn't work because you do have kind of those lavendery tones in the piece. However, like if you're looking for like a matchy match, I actually think better.
We're all stuck together, guys. Hold on. We're all stuck together. Okay. Oh, no.
There's just so much love happening in this.
Yeah, so much. Okay. I may not be able to get the swatches, guys.
Sorry, not sorry, polycule.
This is like Christmas lights, only more fun. Okay, what do I do?
I don't think Priya knows what a polycule.
I don't. What is a polycule?
Polycule is like a polyamorous relationship of like a.
Oh, you're right. I don't know what it is, or I definitely would have commented.
Funny.
I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to quickly show you this piece and then move it over to the other rack. So pretty.
And also a piece, I think, that has enough lavender that... do you think it'd go with foxglove or is it too pink?
This one?
Yeah.
Too pink.
Too pink.
So this is foxglove here.
Hi, Jordy.
Yes. So it's bluer. Oh, but it's not showing up on camera that way.
You have to go back more. Yeah.
Can they see it now? This definitely looks like a blue, and this definitely looks like a purple. I would say that this matches time really well. And I would even say it does not match foxglove at all. And I say this because I don't want anyone to make the mistake of thinking that it does, because I can see how on camera it looks like it does. And yet it doesn't. This is blue. This is purple.
Mm-hmm. What color is the poncho with the dark red with olive undertones?
This one?
What is it? This one, Jackie?
It must be this one. So this one is burgundy and wine and deep red as the main colors on this side, and then olive. But it has a lot of tones in it, which is why it's hard to figure out exactly which tone you're looking at.
See, the farther Priya goes, the more true to color it is. And it's actually slightly more muted in person. Like it's pulling a lot of browns.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's not our lights, is it?
No, now it's more color accurate from the distance you're standing at. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to put these both here. And let us continue on our journey. So this one is wines and plums and blacks, and it's unbelievably soft. It actually has a jacquard print on it. It looks like florals. So woven into the fabric, you have some florals. And this one is the same front and back for this poncho, except right here. Oh, I remember this fabric. So this must be the polu or something. That's what it looks like there.
Oh, yeah. Wow, what an interesting piece.
Mm-hmm. Love this, actually.
And Jackie was wondering, for that poncho that she was asking about, is it rust or there's no rust in it?
There is no rust in here.
No.
This color, okay, wait, I lied. Jackie, I lied. The main colors are not rust. But on this side, right here, these are rusts. Now I'll go pick that up.
It's not the War of the Roses, it's the War of the Rocks.
Yeah. I was here with a customer the other day, and everything I went to put on a rack jumped off the rack, like literally jumped off the rack. It was kind of funny after a while. And so I slowed down and I'm like, I just need to be more careful. It didn't matter. Nothing wanted to stay on the racks. So that was fun.
It's dying to go home with you.
It is. So I am going to pull this one and this one as Priya's picks, because those are too sweet. And then, okay, this one is, oh my gosh, again, this is a shibori die. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. This is green. This is sky blue. Where it overlaps is teal. So is it green, sky blue, or teal? And the answer is yes. Here, this is actually like a persimmon color, but it slowly works its way towards red.
So it is. This has more rust in it.
This definitely has more rust in it. I would say that this would match Bryn Walker Uni very, very well. In fact, it would be stunning, and it's really soft. And again, you have that incredible embroidery right down here.
Could you pair this with Demoiselle?
Yeah, and I think I have to pair it with the other one too, Uni.
Mm-hmm.
So here it is with Demoiselle.
Also vinaigrette. Controversial, but true.
Okay, here it is with Demoiselle.
So this is what I like about it with Demoiselle. The sleeves look like separate sleeves because you have this center, this channel of blue. This is another way to take a pattern like this and actually make it more, if you really would like slimming, because you have this proportional line going down. Now this is a color play. Totally.
This is beautiful. Gorgeous. This is a showstopper.
With a orange necklace in the center.
Yeah, beautiful. So these are the uni pants, the winter weight, heavyweight linen from fall 2025. So you can't order the heavyweight anymore, but we still have some. And then you wanted to try it with vinaigrette?
Why not?
It works.
I like it because it kind of shows off all the shadows of this piece. And you'll notice that there's a border.
That ribbon is exactly that color. Again, it just looks so artistic together. It's an unusual pairing that makes you look like you were brilliant when you put this outfit together.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if somebody doesn't like what you're wearing, they'll still do a double take because they'll go, wow, there's something about this person.
Well, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I wrote my blog today it's going to come out on Sunday. Normally it'll come out on Friday. And what I wrote it about, so let me tell you guys about my little journey. That's the one we've done. Hold on, I'll get there. I did that one. So these. So I was looking, oh my gosh. So I just love this. This reminds me of the 70s, but in the best way possible. Like the funky flower child's 70s, like 60s, 70s. Just beautiful. So you can see it's got shades of red. That's kind of like a owl color there. That's probably exactly owl. But would you want to pair this with owl when you have so many other options? Maybe. I would maybe go with red or green or orange or any of the other colors in there.
You know what I think I like about it with owl is that it really makes you focus on the top.
Yeah.
The beautiful top, like all the colors really shine through because you have that base.
Oh, and then there's this actually Priya's pick. Then this one here is teals and browns, different shades of brown, sand browns, darker browns, very, very soft, unbelievably soft.
Teal and brown.
And actually, I would say again, you have green, blue, and then where they meet, you have teal. So a little bit of all the colors there.
So Priya, what's so special about ponchos? Like, is it like our most popular style?
Ponchos are the easiest style to work into your wardrobe. So if you're somebody, especially if you're new to Sorry Not Sorry, or if you just feel like you deserve a little treat because things suck right now, get a poncho because they're really, really effortless in your wardrobe. You can throw it on, as I did in the beginning, you can throw it on as a scarf, as a poncho, as a tunic length top, as a shorter top, like a kimono sleeve top. It's easy to just put it into your purse if you're traveling, and then you have like an extra layer if you need it, because the silk is moisture wicking and temperature regulating. So yeah, I would say ponchos are the easiest. Everybody has some experience on how to wear them.
Yep,
and it's really easy to kind of tie them up and create different looks. So this here works beautifully with foxglove. You can see it right there.
The right amount of blue.
Yes. And this also has green in it. So if you wanted to, you could pair it with your chartreuses, which we have. Oh, which maybe we don't have? There they are. Nope, that's Tarocco.
Lace wing?
Yeah. There it is.
No, it is.
Okay. So you could pair it with lacewing because of the green down there at the bottom here. And you could also pair it with Tarocco, I think, just because it's purple.
It's more blue. Yeah.
Yeah. And, but you know what? Because it's all basically tonal, I think you could even pair it with something like Gala with the right necklace. It would be fun.
What's the code for this one? Would you know?
Yes, I would. PRC 8325. So just a quick reminder for how things work on Sneak Peek release day. If you were to put something in your cart, but you don't check out quickly enough, somebody else could purchase that piece, and it's the first person who pays who gets the piece. So what we recommend to customers is check out often. If it asks you to pay shipping, just pay it. Within 72 hours, we will reimburse you. And I do need to talk a little bit about tariffs. So this is the periwinkle necklace, which I think also looks beautiful with it.
Hold on, Priya.
Oh, the green will be stunning. So
That's what you need for this piece.
Definitely. This necklace with this piece is a showstopper. This is one of the Ziska necklaces. And you can see how it's got that lovely green at the bottom. The necklace just ties it all together. Stunning. So much fun. And like we were saying last week, if you're somebody who has pants in the periwinkle color or in the green color or in any of the necklace's colors, it's a really fun thing to do to have the necklace match your pants, because then you can kind of wear anything you want in between and you know it's going to tie together. Shefali and I are both looking over at Sully, who's visiting with us today. And up until now, he's been standing by the front door wishing that he could leave. Is he drinking?
No, he's just... Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's dry in here. I knew he would get thirsty. Yeah. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful choices with this. Okay, it's time to talk about shipping to the US, which I had meant to do much earlier. So here we are with the tariff situation.
You're getting another polypill.
So here, I'm actually not going to try these on. I'm just going to talk while I show them to you, because Lord knows we have enough to go through. Okay, so last week, the government of India and the government of the United States came to an agreement that they would reduce the punitive tariffs that the United States had imposed on India. So that it actually said in all of the press releases that it was going to happen immediately. We have since discovered that is not the case. It is now scheduled to happen mid-March. And then we had a bit of a conundrum, because we're like, well, because we, as you guys know, we had set it up on our end that you would pay the duties and taxes as you purchased so that there would be no surprises at the door. But then we realized there are going to be some of you who will want to buy now and have us ship later. And the taxes may go down while we're in the midst of shipping. So we changed how we do things. And I've tried to write it everywhere, and I'm also going to tell it to you here. So here's how it works. If you are shopping from the United States, when you go to checkout, it's not going to charge you any duties and taxes. You'll just be able to purchase the piece and sign out. But then either you have to contact us or we will contact you. And what we're going to ask you is, do you want us to ship now? Or do you want us to wait until the tariffs go down? Or maybe you didn't know about the tariffs. So when we tell you about them, you're going to say, cancel my order. I had no idea. All three are acceptable answers. So at that point, you can place your order, definitely take advantage of this sneaky peek, and you can order whatever you want. Leave a note for us. Don't do it during checkout, because you're going to be going too fast.
Yeah, just send us an email.
Just send us an email. Actually, as soon as you place an order, you're going to receive an email from us saying, hey, thank you for your order. Just reply to it and say, hold on to this until the tariffs have gone down. At that point, we will generate an invoice for you that includes your tariff amounts, and then you'll be able to pay that. and then we can ship it to you and you don't have to pay anything at the door and you'll know up front how much it is. So we figured the best way to get over the fact that we don't know when the tariff change is going to happen. It also means that you don't have to pay as much up front and then have us reimburse you. So you kind of just buy it now, let it sit with us, figure out when you want us to ship. Are there any questions about that? Because I know it's a little bit complicated.
I'm giving people a few moments to type in anything because obviously it's a bit of a lag. We did get a lot of, how is Sully? Hi, Sully.
Oh, Sully is doing great. I have to tell you that since we switched over to his raw diet, he is a very healthy dog.
So healthy.
So healthy. And he's stinky, but that's because he's 80 years old in human years. And I think when you're 80, you're allowed to be a little stinky.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. And the other thing is I think he has a dental infection and we did put him on some antibiotics, but they didn't work. And I'd have to put him on an extended course. And that's what got him sick the first time because his intestines can't handle the antibiotics. So we're just, accepting that he has a little bit of dental infection and we're just keeping an eye on it. But that also is making him a little stinky. But we love him anyways. So that's okay.
We love our stinky boy.
We do love our stinky boy. So many beautiful ones. Look at that.
Love. Oh, you should show that with the time.
Here. So what you're seeing here is a black background and then very earthy greens, earthy browns, and earthy blues, like a eucalyptus. That was Shafali telling me to move back. But there, you can see the colors there.
Whenever we talk tariffs, I hear the two guys from Hercules. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And Jesse says, sounds good.
Oh, that's good. And yeah, we understand if after the fact you need to cancel because of the tariffs. I mean, it's a really tricky situation. But if things go according to plan, and I do think that they will, I think, and the reason I think so is because Modi is Prime Minister Modi from India is a strong enough opponent for Trump that I don't think, to be very honest, I don't think Trump will screw Modi over, but I could see Modi having a tee-hee moment and saying, listen, Trump, I'm going to do whatever I want anyways. It could happen. And you guys heard, did you hear about the opera in, Germany, the German opera?
No.
It's something called Something Monster, and it's an entire opera based on Trump.
That's
so the world.
And Germany, it's a German opera?
It's a German.
That's not only poignant, but ironic at the same time.
It's actually hilarious. So there are world leaders out there who are not taking Trump super seriously. And I do fear that Prime Minister Modi may be one. But I think also he needs the trade for his country. The States needs the trade, and the whole thing is about oil. It's going to be fine.
Claire said, don't give Dump the benefit of doubt on anything, Priya.
Yeah,
And I kind of agree.
Well, and if that does happen, ladies, where the tariffs don't go down, we'll just refund you because I am not going to hold you to something where you have had to deal with circumstances out of your control and out of our control. We're just going to hope that what's supposed to happen happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, if you are a customer who is from the US and you just bought a couple pieces, we have a few US customers that have system.
Yes.
We're not really fully aware of this system, but systems exist.
Yes.
And the swap and sell on our Facebook group is an excellent avenue.
Yes.
That is not affiliated with us, but we're aware of, where you could pose a question of, hey, how do our American customers get their songs?
And then you'll probably get a response saying, here's something I would never do. And then it will have a whole list of details. For those of you who don't know how to access our swap and sell group, it's our Facebook group. If you are watching this on Instagram, you can comment the word swap and you'll get the link sent to your direct messages. If you are not on Instagram, the easiest way is to go to our website and go under the menu item that says sale. And then there's only like 4 or 5 things in there. And one of them says the swap and sell group. So yeah, it's a good place to be. Plus, there are some people who are already in the States who are reselling some of their pieces. So there are ways to buy, sorry, not sorry, in the States right now. There's still some stores in the States that carry us, but they haven't refreshed their orders since the tariffs.
Oh, definitely not.
No.
Yeah. Because they don't have any other avenue to get the pieces they want, right?
No. Remember there was that Suzette's too or something?
Yeah, Suzette's.
They used to buy from us so regularly.
All the time.
We maybe have to get in touch with them again as soon as the tariffs go down. So really pretty. This one is blacks, olives, teals, and different shades of burgundy.
Roberta said, we switched our dog over to raw food when he got old and sickly. It made a huge difference, and I believe it extended his life.
I do too. Like they had told us to give up. This is beautiful. They had told us to give up on something, say our goodbyes. And then it was a nutritionist, a human nutritionist, who said, it's probably just inflammation in his intestines caused by all the chemicals in his dry food after his intestines were already inflamed through all the medical procedures, because he ate for those of you who are new to the Sully saga, he ate a stick and he got a splinter out of his esophagus into like the outer, like between his esophagus and his neck. And so it just sat there and festered. And then we did everything to try to get rid of it, surgery twice, and it finally left, but he had a lot of antibiotics. And that's when his body said, no, thank you. I would rather die than have more antibiotics.
I'd actually rather eat another stick.
Yeah. So now he doesn't eat any more sticks and he's alive. But yeah, they had told us that nothing would help him, and switching to the raw diet did. This is unbelievable. I really need to tell you about the colors in this. This is black, fuchsia, magenta, and then 2 different shades of purple. I think it would look stunning with verbena. The color is most accurate. Would you say right there? Mm-hmm. It almost has an ultra, like it
does have an ultramarine kind of.
Yeah, what's that word we're talking about? Neon.
It's got a neon.
It does have a neon feel to it, and I think it's this pink in here.
Yeah.
But
very
it's
vibrant.
Beautiful, just so beautiful. This is how it would look with verbena.
I may not have been on the site for a while, says Average for Tech.
Oh, Jessica.
Jessica, I haven't seen you in so long, so I have forgotten your name. Don't take it. I'm so sorry. Please don't take it personally. I truly have so much in my brain. But I have not been on the site in a while. No color descriptions for the Bryn Walker.
Oh, they should be there.
Yeah, they should all be there.
So when you go into the pre-order, I think even if you just hover over the picture, the swatch picture, the next image is a written description. So the description is no longer in the description section on our website. It is now an image. So maybe that's why you think you can't see it, because you're reading the description. It's in the images.
Oh yeah, and she's on iPhone as well.
Oh, maybe it's
a bit harder to navigate on iPhone.
Yeah,
on desktop it's a lot more, like there's a lot less pages you have to go through.
Yeah. So maybe that's something for us to learn then. So we should also put it in the description as well as the second image. Mm-hmm. But yes, we do. And if you go onto the Bryn Walker pre-order page, there's now a button at the top of that says something like, I don't know, learn about all the past Bryn Walker colors. I can't remember what it's called. But what I've done is I've gone through for the past 5 or 6 years since we started selling Bryn Walker and organized everything by color and by season. So if you're looking at purples, you can go in and see what purples we've already had in the past and how they compare to the newer purples. Mm-hmm. So I hope that helps, because those were questions that kept coming up, like how does Demoiselle compare to Isola? So now it's there and it'll help a lot, I hope. And it's nice to have you back, Jessica.
It is nice. I've missed you.
Yeah.
I will figure it out. I'm always on phone and pad. Good to know.
Yeah.
Also, I hate to say this, I'm so sorely tempted by verbena.
I know. Me too.
When I did that story with obviously the FIFA talk that I'm in love with, mm-hmm. and then I paired it with the verbena.
Ooh, another poncho with the bikes.
There's 2 of them?
There's 2 of them.
Ooh. But yeah, when I paired those 2 together, something in me, this was the piece I paired with verbena.
Whoa. Okay, there's 2 woes in my hand. This one you just did a story on. I think it came out today or yesterday. So what you can't tell from that story is that this is one of the softest crepes I have ever felt. Because actually from the story, I thought it was a Georgette, but it actually feels like a satin.
So Jordy asks, curious, do the color descriptions come from Bryn Walker, or is that something Alex does? The descriptions are so helpful.
So it is a combined effort. They do not come from Bryn Walker. We used to have to come up with the descriptions based just on the digital swatch, so they were less accurate in the past. Now Bryn Walker gives us actual swatches, and I take pictures of the swatches, and then I'm not going to lie, I run them through ChatGPT, and then I look at what ChatGPT says, and I'm like, I agree with this, but I don't agree with that. And then I edit it. And then, because Alex has the best eye for color, I run it past Alex and say, Alex, this is what I've written. Would you agree with any of this, or what would you change? And then she also makes changes to it. And then we're done. Because sometimes, like, I would never have thought of calling this a eucalyptus. But it is a eucalyptus.
Yeah.
But, what I asked ChatGPT to do was make reference to nature and to things that we would all kind of know the colors of, because it's really hard to reference point colors. It's the same problem with perfumes, right?
Yeah, I think it's more about recalling. Like, I think Alex is really good at recalling what a color is meant to convey.
Evoke, yeah.
Yeah, evoke, yeah.
This is stunning.
Found the color descriptions. Yay!
Perfect.
I think Priya does the color descriptions. You can definitely tell they're very evocative and detailed.
Thank you. So I do use ChatGPT, but I don't just
copy paste.
I don't just copy paste, because ChatGPT, let me tell you about ChatGPT, guys. On more than one occasion, I have given ChatGPT a list of, let's say, 25 things, just simple list, not complicated at all. And I'll say, can you put these in alphabetical order? And it will. And I'll be like, great, done. And then later on, I'll realize there's only 25 things on that list. And then I have to go through each one to figure out which one is the one that's missing. So now I always second guess ChatGPT. I'm like, I gave you 26 items. How many did you alphabetize? Oh, right. I only alphabetized 25. And then it sometimes still doesn't do it right. So that's why I don't fully trust ChatGPT. But I do use it as a starting point, to just gather a bunch of things together. And then I use my human brain to do the fine tuning. This is beautiful. So I actually have the same fabric in a vest, and this one is prettier than mine. This one is less muted. Mine has a deeper orange, whereas this one has a bright orange.
So Jessica said, love the list and entries from other seasons. Very helpful. Judy said, every time you ask AI a question, it uses the equivalent of a bottle of water.
Yeah, I do know that. And I've actually given that a lot of thought. The team here, we discuss it like literally every day. And I'm finding it really hard, because even when I just Google something, because the team here will say, well, just Google the answer, don't ChatGPT it. But even when I Google it now, Gemini will create an entire summary of the answer. And I didn't ask for that AI summary, but now it's there. So I agree. It's a big problem. I also think that we use it a lot less than bigger companies, because we use human things as much as possible. But we are a small company. And if we had to use, human power to do every single element of what we do, the clothes would be unaffordable. And then the consequence of that would be that we wouldn't be able to use upcycled fabrics, because companies that don't have one-of-a-kind pieces don't have the same problems that we have, because every single thing is different. So what I've told the team here is that we should always be mindful, and we should try to balance as much as possible, and also not lie and say we're not using it, but acknowledge that we are using it, but we're trying to limit its use, and we are very aware of the environmental consequences. I hope that's a good answer. It's not lost on me that this is a really complicated issue.
Yeah, it's a really complicated issue. And also, like, I think the issue is we're seeing a lot of other companies, even smaller businesses, use AI
even for their
marketing, like even for their image creation and stuff. And like,
and then I can see why. Like, we just had a conversation. This one brand we know and love, one company we know and love, has been generating their images using AI. And I know how small their team is.
Yeah, and as do I. Yeah.
So it's not like, they have 15 people on staff and they're letting someone go because now they're using AI. They're just trying to actually keep the staff that they have and
the capabilities that they have.
And the capabilities that they have to stay in business long enough to continue to do the good for the people who work for them. So I don't feel like their motivation is cutting corners. I feel like their motivation is trying to maintain the business. And it's a very difficult distinction. I agree.
Yeah. I straight up refuse to allow for any AI to be in our marketing when it comes to our image creation and generation, just because like this brand is about people. And I feel like it's more, when I do the marketing now, I think a lot more about how I'm able to build community through the fact that we can involve our local customers and we can involve the people that we meet with on our travels, like business owners, et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely. And I agree with Shefali, and we do. We've I don't think we've had even a single AI generated image in the last year or two, at least.
No, I don't think so. I think everything has been something we've created because we've like, it's a part of the problem solving, right? We've been resourceful enough in figuring out with what we have, how are we able to make things work?
But there are some issues. Like one of the things that came up really recently was because every piece is one of a kind. And I'm sure this is actually a statement on what AI is doing to us. So let's say that I just took this piece and I had that just like that on our website. Some people might be able to understand what that would look like on. Other people might need to actually see it on before they're able to understand the poncho style. And so what we've done is we include examples of people wearing other pieces that we've had like in the past, and hope that they're able to extrapolate that if that poncho looked like that, this poncho would look similar but a different fabric. Not everybody has that skill, and not everybody's willing to put in that time.
Like we talk a lot about how a lot of the skills I have, if I left the team, like I don't know who's doing them, guys.
Yeah, it's true. So I wanted to tell you guys that what I'm showing you right now is the wabi sabi pieces. So I didn't want that to go unsaid. Yeah, and we'd have to hire somebody else, but I definitely understand that as a small business trying to stay afloat, sometimes you have to do what it takes to compete. But then it's tough, guys. As much as you guys are so loyal to us, other businesses don't have that same loyalty. The number of businesses I've heard say that I'm going to have to put this in the Priya's pics because it's beautiful. It's a denim color with just a little bit of red in it. It is too beautiful. And I love the juxtaposition of these little triangles with the florals. So, we sell something that nobody else sells. So luckily we're able to stay in business because we're the only ones. But the number of businesses that I've seen go under recently, because
it's been scary.
It's been scary because the owners will say, people will come into our store, look at things, try them on, say, oh my gosh, this is so lovely, take pictures, put them on their Instagram, and then literally leave the store and buy the thing off Amazon. So how is the business to stay in business? I don't know. I'm really hoping that we get some sort of directive from above that tells us, you can use it for this or you can't use it for that, because that will level the playing field for us all. What are the ladies saying?
So there's a couple of comments. I did, before we continue this AI conversation, want to bring up a really great point that Shazi made. Friend, if you could also give me your name, I would really appreciate that. Or I can call you Shazi44. So when we were talking about the Casbahs, Shazi mentioned, to any ladies fairly new, if you're not feeling the Bryn pants, there's always the bamboo linen capris, which is my go-to look, and it looks great too.
It's true.
I can't do Bryn Walker. It's too much for me. The bamboo is so soft and comfy, and size down for sure. Agreed.
And we have some right here that I can show you.
And Michelle says, I love them both, but I hesitated with Bryn for such a long time. Me too, guys. Like, honestly, I think for the first 4 years I was working here, I was like, I don't understand these pants. Like, they're so expensive.
I don't understand why they have to be so expensive.
But honestly, like, as I started, growing my personal style, I kind of noticed that, like, even when I wanted to buy linen pants, I could never find linen pants that felt the same way.
That fit the same way, that are comfortable, that soften, like the quality. The colors are crazy. Yeah. They're an investment piece.
They are.
Yeah.
And I just don't want someone newish to think there isn't a different look with these beautiful silks. And you're so right. Like,
You're right.
And silks can be anything you want and more.
Yes. And sometimes I'll do a live where I'll try them on with jeans. I think we did a lot where we tried it on with those Landon pants, which we have, and the Gayleen pants, which we also have from Blue Sky. The reason that I did want to focus on the linen, again, just for a little while longer, is because the deadline for ordering is coming up really soon.
Yes.
So I didn't want anyone to be like, oh, but I didn't even know, because it's not just the Casba pants we sell. We carry the Casba pants in store, but online you can order the Huxley tank, which is a really great kind of swing tank top, the Fran top, which is one of their best cuts. It's got slightly higher in the front, a little lower in the back. It's also kind of swingy. The sleeves go to here. It has ruffles here on the sleeve, and the Ella pants, which are really, really, really similar to the Landon pants. So those are all different ones you can order if you're interested in the Bryn Walker colors. And the Bryn Walker colors are really curated. Like, they don't just say, okay, we need a red, we need a brown, we need a blue. They really think about what's going to be the best color. But no, you don't have to wear it with that. You can actually wear most of these pieces. When we first started this business, I had a black underpinning, a navy underpinning, and a beige underpinning. And I just wore all of these with those colors. I think what's happened is, as we've evolved a little bit and gotten into more of these colors, it's been fun playing dress up with these additional colors to play with. It's like having extra pieces of Lego, but it doesn't mean you can't have fun with slightly fewer Lego. You can have so much fun.
Exactly.
Yes. And I'm really glad you brought that up, because we do spend a lot of time talking about the Casba pants, but it's kind of because they're candy for us with the colors.
And also, ever since the tariffs on the Chinese-made goods.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
That's something I wanted to say. Ever since there has been 100% tariffs, like, we also feel really bad showing American ladies who are watching these beautiful, like,
yeah. So we've actually taken the American pieces off of our, the Chinese-made pieces off of our website for American customers, because the tariffs on goods out of China are still at 100%, depending on the piece, but still quite high. So that was the other reason that because we do have a lot of American customers, and we couldn't really show things that were available to everybody. This is beautiful. I still love this. I think I showed a different piece in this. Ooh, this one is white as well. Is that satin? Yeah, that's a satin border. That's stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Really beautiful.
Jordy says, I live in these bamboo linen pants from Blue Sky. The Landons. I think the algorithm knew that and suggested sorry, not sorry to me. Good job, algorithm.
Yeah. So for those of you who are wondering, I do have some Landon pants here. So this is what the Landon pants look like. They are not available to our US customers. They're made by a Canadian company called Blue Sky. They're ethically made in China. So these sell for 87 Canadian, and they have the yoga waistband. They also have pockets. Do they? Yes, they have pockets. And this is a size medium. So in the Langdon, I find that in the Langdon pants, I wear the same size I would wear in Bryn Walker. So generally, if I were to go out into the world and buy a pair of pants, I wouldn't shop anything smaller than an XL. In the Bryn Walker pants, I'm a large. In these, I am also a large. They are both equally generously cut for real bodies. So we do have this shade here, which is called Aubergine. And I believe we have some tops that are a perfect match to this too, also by Blue Sky.
Yeah.
We have the Ritzy top. I think we may even have a jazz top.
And actually, the aubergine looks really good with the Verbena Casbahs, not to throw in the Bryn Walkers, but like, they honestly make such a cute set if you pair them together. It was the moment that I had this basic on, I actually was tempted for the first time ever to buy a Ritzy.
Yeah.
Which is saying something, because I have strictly been a tank top kind of girl.
Oh,
that's my look.
The
right?
Ritzies are so great.
Yeah, like my look, as like Corey and Gail, is tank top and Casbahs with whatever silk on top. But that was the moment in time.
Yeah. So what was I going to just tell you guys about these?
Tariffs?
Guys, it's gone. Oh, so no, you can't buy them if you're American on our website. Oh, it's gone, guys. It's gone.
So there's a couple more comments while you...
I remember. Before it's gone again, I have to say it. So a number of our ladies who travel a lot say that they actually prefer these Landon pants for travel over the Casba pants, because linen, by virtue of it being linen, is going to be heavier than this bamboo linen blend. So these ones actually take up less weight in your suitcase as well, and they are equally comfortable. And because they're a bamboo linen blend, because they are a bamboo linen blend, they're lightweight and moisture wicking.
So
this is sand.
Lisa said, so many companies are not transparent. So I love that you guys talk about everything. Relationship is huge for me, and I'm sure for others as well. Yeah, like I wish that there was a way that we could 100% do things in a way that was true to all of our values. I just don't think that, and Priya and I have had so many conversations, hours of conversations about
too many conversations about it.
Like we're very strongly people who value artisanship and quality, and we fight for
and human connection.
And we look for these things all the time. The problem is sustaining that in this kind of market can only happen if in some way we do also involve ourselves in that market. Capitalism?
Yeah, unfortunately, it has to do with capitalism because we need to be able to make enough money to do good things. And that's why we try really hard to do good things, right? Like we have our donation rack where people bring in their jewelry and people can buy it. And when they buy it for $5, the money all goes to the YWCA here in Hamilton. We donate a portion of all of our proceeds to save the elephants. Like where we can, one of my goals always is people will pay for clothes, but they might not pay for donations or charity. But if we take their money that they think they're paying for clothes and we give it for donations, then we've done some good. And maybe people didn't even know they were doing good. So that's always been one of my ideals, is that we take the money and we circulate it around. It's not about me getting rich as an owner. It's about my team earning enough money to do well, and then bringing in other people and mentoring them, or having our team in India and allowing them to have good, reasonable, safe lives in India. And like that's how... Yeah.
Because Rajni, as you remember.
Yes, Rajni is Anshul's right-hand lady, and she got into a motorcycle accident. They mostly travel on scooters in India, in Delhi. And she was off work for months, and Anshul continued to pay her. We supported that as well, so that she would always have an income. And then even now, she's slightly disabled in one leg, and she works for Anshul. And there's actually a couple of people who have slight disabilities who work for Anshul
because they're protected
and it's a safe environment. So, we're doing our best. I know that there are companies out there who are just like, what do I do? What do I need to do to make money? I don't care about morals or values. And we're not that company. We care a lot about morals and values and saving the planet and ethics and community and being real and authentic. And we also have to play the game to a certain extent to stay in business, but we do try to balance it. And we're always open to suggestions because the world is changing so fast and we're trying to navigate it using our moral compasses. And if you have a better way to balance things, let us know. We're always on the lookout. This is Burgundy.
That's Burgundy. And Burgundy was very popular for a while.
Yeah.
Especially because Grenache was so missed. So a couple more comments. I'm reading away. Jane says, I see that Shannon Pissarro has similar styles to you, but not silk.
She does.
Yeah. What I will say is that, when I see companies who do, and this is my own personal opinion, guys.
So she takes denim, and one of the styles she's most famous for is taking denim waistband, like the waistband, and turning it into the collar of like a kimono style top.
I see thousands of those.
Yeah.
But I do think that what this brand has really shown me working here all these years is it's kind of been an education for me in the kind of textiles that exist within a certain industry. And I sometimes feel like that is not something I'm able to find in other companies that sell recycled silk or sari clothing. Is that there's just kind of this lack of awareness, of just not knowing because there's that lack of understanding. Mm-hmm. But the fact that Priya, this is her heritage and this is something that is true to her, it shows an understanding of an industry and of fashion in a way that I don't think can be replicated if you don't have that lived experience, right?
I think there's a lot to be gained from a more global perspective, right? And the more you understand,
do this as you say that,
yeah,
from a more global perspective.
But the more that you understand a different culture, the more you're able to figure out how to adapt it in a way that still values the culture, but allows it to be transformed. What did we call that? Mobility?
But I think that being from a bicultural environment, or in my case, even a tricultural background, you inherently carry mobilities with you.
Yes.
The idea of something being carried through cultures, like reinventing clothing, saris, those traditions, that's something that is carried through in different backgrounds because you're also somebody who's part of a certain diaspora, right? So
I always want to say diaspora.
But it is diaspora.
It is diaspora. But every time I will say diaspora.
Well, it's like when Mira says Desi, and I think it's Desi.
It's Desi. Yeah.
I always am like, who are you?
Okay. She was not raised around Indians. I don't know what to tell you. So what I just showed you were the full price brain. I'm so sorry, guys. The full price long dusters, kimono-sleeve dusters. And now what I'm going to show you are the wabi-sabi ones. And I will try one on just for funsies in case you don't know what they look like. This one is the softest crepe silk.
Now, would that go with fox stuff?
Yeah.
I'll read some comments while Priya shows that. So Lorena says that triangle with flowers is how I like to style silks with silks with silks. Mm-hmm. Yes, 3.
Beautiful.
And Shazzy is Sharon. Hey, Sharon. She says, I'm a friend of Corey's.
Oh, hi, Sharon.
She's a friend of Corey's who got hooked on us. I got the deal of the day yesterday. You guys are the best.
Yay!
Hey, Sharon. Judy said, I have both Landons and Brins. I love them both for different looks. Yes, she does. And she's taking them on vacation with her.
So this is more blue. This is more purple. Just a little heads up there, guys.
Landons are amazing, says Sharon, as are the tops. So comfortable. Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Lorena says, I wear the blue sky bamboo and bamboo linen to the gym. They relax a lot. And I should have sized down even more. Yeah.
Yeah, they do loosen up.
A lot.
Well, I find that with the Ella pants as well, that I actually, remember how I said I'm a large in the ones that have the linen pants with the yoga waistband? I find that if I go for the Bryn Walker Ella pant, I do have to go down to a medium because this part doesn't stretch very much, but up here, if I jump up and down, which I am known to do, they'll fall off. So good to know. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Sharon says, I downsized a couple as well. Ooh. Judy says, black Galeen's are my go-to plain pants.
Me too.
Judy has a go-to plain look, actually.
Yes, mine too. I wear the black Galeen's and a ritzy top, and then silk, and sometimes a sweater over top of it. So the silk is kind of like the middle layer.
Nice.
But yeah, go-to travel for sure.
Lisa said, it's a balancing act. The good definitely is seen and appreciated.
Thank you.
Lorena said, you're a karmic company. We are the conscious buyers.
Yes. And we do try. It's a tough industry, guys.
And Jane says, Shannon Passero now has what looks like the Jiva jackets, actually.
Oh, really? Well, that's good. It's a good style. And unlike the lady in, where was she?
I was going to say, hopefully she doesn't get sued.
That's fine. The style is really out there all over the place. This is stunning. We've never had one like this.
That's actually why I showed it in the stories a couple of days ago, because I saw this and I was like, whoa,
this is beautiful.
It's stunning.
This has a real Chanel vibe to it with the black and cream. Very elegant.
So I paired it with the cat necklace and the viscosha pants.
Mm-hmm. But you could wear this with cream easily.
Yeah.
Gray. White. Even though this isn't white, white might be a little light.
I actually really like the time too.
Yeah, well, because it's just black and white, it's one of those things where you can wear with anything. Yeah. Black and white are neutrals.
A neutral red.
A neutral
victory red.
You could purple. What can't you do with this? Yellow. Beautiful.
Amy said, like that blue and green with the flowers. Hey, Amy, she's finally joined us.
The blue and green with the flowers was so pretty.
Claire says, from an artist standpoint, I'm totally against AI and as well as the environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say from
who was it who said that?
Claire Query.
Yeah. No, we hear you. We hear you.
I think that's a facet of both of us that we can say with confidence. There's a facet to both of us that is artistic and, cares about the industries that we're in, that is like, this is ruining our industries.
I think
but also we can't do anything about it because we also have to survive, because otherwise what are we going to, like, what's better if we don't exist at all and we don't do any contribution, or if we exist to create a different system?
I really feel like it's got to just be mindful use. For now, it's got to be mindful use
right now because of what we were put into.
Yeah.
And I see that as that, like, we're put into this situation.
Well, it's kind of like how Amazon has changed the playing field when it comes to shipping. So Amazon will give you free shipping and free returns, and anything that you return ends up in a dump. It doesn't actually get recycled, most of it anyways. And it's made people think that it's okay
That's
to
the
do
standard.
That's the standard. And businesses have not been able to emulate it, but we've tried. Like, we do free shipping over a certain point. That never used to be a thing, but it's the reasonable way that we can compete in an industry where people have really deep pockets and are all about the money. So what we do is mindfully use AI and use people wherever possible, and hope that at least makes us competitive enough that we can stay afloat against all of these titans.
Yeah, I agree.
This is beautiful. Very beautiful. So it's an ultramarine blue, but it's slightly muted. We have some deep reds in here, a little bit of like a persimmon color, some chartreuse. This color down here is Tarocco. Is there Tarocco? Are our Taroccos sold out?
We've sold a lot of Tarocco.
Oh my goodness, guys.
Rhonda said, so many are beautiful. I wish that more of them fell in my palette, or maybe I don't. My pocketbook will be sad. And Margaret said, I love the Landon pants. I have 2 or 3 pairs. Yeah, the Landon pants, I have 3 pairs myself. I love them.
Perfect with Tarocco.
Very unusual with Tarocco because you have this like cool with the warm oranges. And I think that if you paired that with like an orange top, it would be...
Yeah. Or an orange necklace.
Margaret said, you don't fund nasty things. Amazon does.
Yeah. We're doing our best, but we hear you guys. It's a strange world we're living. Did I already show these? Yep. This one I did because it was in the wrong section.
Oh, okay.
I showed this in the beginning because it is wabi-sabi and I had shown it with the other pieces. So continuing on our wabi-sabi journey here. Look at this one. It's just different shades of blue and cream. It almost looks like that Chinese porcelain, the chinoiserie porcelain.
Mm-hmm.
There. This one, crazy digital print, creamy yellow background. It goes from cream to like a butter color.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the front of it. Ooh, another one. That's pretty. Oh, this is the one you showed, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the one I put on Gail.
Wow. That's stunning. Really great for summer. So I would say this is a true vanilla. And then this one, also beautiful.
Really nice.
So,
Tarocco as well.
Yeah, Tarocco. There's greens, there's magentas, there's blues, there's stripes and floral patterns. Would look great with denim.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful pieces. This is the one I put in today's newsletter. So this one is red and indigos, 2 shades of indigo. But the red is slightly muted because the silk is so soft.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one here is gray and black, actually. There's a little bit of olive here at the sleeve. I want to say it's a bluey gray, though. Bluey gray and black.
Amy says, so many beautiful dusters. I've missed Silky Fridays.
Oh, it's nice to have you back. Even just to keep us company. Okay, this red is unbelievable. I will have to try that one on. Wow. We are getting a little staticky. It's very dry in here.
Perfect for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so it's sheer and it's got a little bit of zigzag pattern on it in different shades of red. So there's actually about 3 different shades of red in there. But what I like about it, especially, is that, as we all know, I love me a good pop of red. So anything that you're wearing, it would be the same as wearing like a red cardigan over something, right? It's just one straight color and you can do whatever you want with it. How's that? It even looks good with this. And I could always tie it up with the Jackie hack. right here or a little lower. Some people like it a bit lower if I didn't want to use the belt. So there we go. So super cute. So actually, that's what I was going to talk to you about. I was writing this blog, so I wrote it, and you guys will get to see it on Sunday. But I was going through Facebook, as one does, or Instagram, and I kept seeing these posts that were like split screen, and one side would be what a woman in her 50s looks like and how you can look better if you just do these things. And it was basically like a wearing versus styling. Like, if you're going to wear a hat, wear this hat. If you're going to wear jeans, wear these jeans. And I watched it. I watched it a couple of times, to be fair. And then I was just indignant. I'm like, I don't need another list of expectations. I don't need to match somebody else's vision of, you will look so much better if you do a French.
This is just the latest trend.
This is just the latest trend. And I'm thinking, so now I can't even remember my kids' birthdays. Guys, I don't know how old they are. And as I like to say, it changes every year. And I'm not good with numbers. So I usually have to remember who one of them, if they've hit a milestone birthday, and then do math and subtract. Because it's more stuff to remember. And if I'm supposed to remember that for the next 6 months, I'm supposed to have a French tuck, but then after that, I'm supposed to have a thick belt. And then after that, I'm supposed to have chunky heels. But then after that, I'm supposed to have pointy flats. I don't need this extra information in my brain. So it got me thinking that that's why I think ladies of a certain age start dressing as individuals, because we're done meeting everybody's expectations and remembering everybody's expectations. We turn heads by being ourselves and wearing what we love. And it's that confidence that comes out from wearing what you love that makes you look good, not because you did the French tuck. So yeah, it was a little indignant little rant I did. You guys will get to see it. This is beautiful.
Jessica says, I hear you, Priya.
Yeah, like just so done with that. And then one of them was like, you won't look 50 anymore if you do this. And I'm like, but I am 50.
What's wrong with being 50?
Well, that's another thing that came up today at the store. You guys very soon are going to be seeing a reel of Kim trying on a vest. And Kim does not like the vest style. So when you're watching her, you can see that she's begrudgingly telling you why a vest is so great. She's not a fan. And
no, guys, she likes it.
She likes it. You explain it. You'll explain it better.
She liked it by the end of it, but it's been a while. Because what she doesn't remember is that she used to be the main collection photo for the versatile vest.
She did, actually. Did she? Yeah, she did. Because she likes them as a top.
She likes them as the asymmetrical way, yeah.
But she doesn't like her arms. Mm-hmm. That's where it all came in, that she didn't like her arms. And so then Rachel and Alex said, aging is a privilege. And if aging is what has made your arms look like that, then you're privileged to have arms like that, which was a whole other way of looking at it. And it made me think of, like, if I'm talking about menopause or I'm talking about hot flashes, that I'm flaunting my privilege of having gotten to that age, guys, where I can have menopause.
Oh, no. Priya, you're showing your privilege, unfortunately.
But it's, we forget it is a privilege to get to this age where, our bodies are changing. We've made it this far. It's a thing. This is a Priya's pick. And now we get to Kimono-Sleeved jackets, guys. These are the full price ones. Oh, I love this. I'm even going to tell you guys the code for this one because it's too beautiful. PRG 8618. Look at that. It's a piece of art. And really soft. Feels like a satin. So it says PRG, but it's a satin, guys. Definitely a satin.
They probably weren't sure.
No, I figured it out. It's both. This is satin. This is Georgette. So there's stripes in there. I don't think you guys can see them.
Oh, I do see it.
So the satin, this panel right here, is satin. And that's it. Oh, this panel right here, right there, is also satin. And then the rest is a Georgette. What an incredible fabric. Too beautiful. This one's a showstopper.
Oh, like Riot Girls. That's cool.
Ooh, this one has giraffes and elephants on it.
A menagerie.
A menagerie. So there's peacocks, there's camels, Oh, it wasn't a giraffe, guys. It was a camel. Elephants. Okay, I saw the hump. As soon as I saw the hump, it all made sense.
My lovely camel humps.
Oh, and then I think that's a deer. Maybe a deer. It has antlers.
Not deer. They're
this antelope.
Antelopes.
Maybe an antelope. Very pretty.
The deer that have antlers.
So the background color of this is a very pale pinky beige, and then the rest is ochre and black.
How does it look without?
That's what I was wondering too. Pretty darn close. So this is a little lighter. This is a little darker. I think sand from Blue Sky is going to be a little too tan.
It's going to be too green.
Yeah, this is almost a pink. If you got Rose, remember a couple of seasons ago? Rosa. This is Rosa. That is also Priya's pick, as is this one. Oh, we're going to have a lot to tag later.
So Amy had asked, how's the snow out east? It was 18 here yesterday. Jane said, snowing now and bitterly cold.
18 plus 18?
I believe so.
Where's she again?
BC.
Really?
Well, Atina, that DJ I had from Berlin, she's in Vancouver right now, and she's not wearing anything winter.
Well, I was talking to my cousin Anita. She's in Denver right now, and she went outside to have a chat with me sitting on a picnic bench. So it's just us with the snow.
It really sucks.
This is beautiful.
Jessica said, I hear you, Priya.
Yeah.
Judy said, thanks for saying that, Priya. I'm still building my dressing confidence. And Lorena said, fashion and style advice, trust and influence yourself, inspire others by being yourself.
It's true, you know, and I think that's what turns heads. It's not if you've worn what everybody else is wearing. And I've said this before, but you don't know what people are thinking. So when they turn and look at you, you get to choose your narrative. You can either say, oh, they're looking at me because I look bad. Or you can choose to say, they're looking at me because I look awesome. And you'll never know. So why not just believe the best? It'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jessica said, highly recommend the show Riot Women on Prime about a group of menopausal older women who form a band. It's great. And actually, Riot Girls was a really big trend, I believe, in the early 90s.
Cool.
They were like these girls who were like young teenagers that like didn't really dress proper, if you know what I mean. Like they were disheveled and they wore their hair all funky because they wanted to break the stereotype that girls were supposed to be docile and follow all the rules.
Yeah, and that has got to change. So we'll only talk about this for a little while. Shefali, you can time me on this because I don't want to go on.
And also use your words carefully, Priya, because we're on live. So there are certain things you can't.
Oh, okay. I understand because there are words I can say that will get us blocked. Right. Okay. So unfortunately, I have read some of the Epstein files. And it was something that I didn't go out of my way to read, but they found their way to me. And I was almost literally sick, like throw up sick. And then at one point I started bawling because of the way that women are being, and young women were being dehumanized. And it really made me think that as older women, we have to show that we are human. We have to show that we have personalities. We have a right to take up space. If we don't start modeling that, these young girls who media and politics are trying to erase won't have models of what they could be. But it was appalling. Absolutely appalling. And I really hope that there are some consequences, because if there aren't consequences, what does that even mean? Like, it blows my mind. What does that mean if there's no consequences?
It means that we're controlled by the very people who can decide whether or not they get consequences for their actions.
But there are more of us than there are of them.
But we forget that.
But we have power.
But people forget that. Because when you don't remember that, when you want to be like those people, when you're pushed propaganda where, like, I'm not saying this about us. I think we as people have chosen to go off the beaten path and figure that out on our own, right? But like there is a huge amount of consumers that aspire to this level because they feel like that's something they want to do. And what they're not realizing is that they're falling for this kind of
wait, I think you've explained this to me, so I understand, but I don't know if the ladies will understand. I think what you're saying is that people aspire to reaching that echelon of society where there are no rules.
Exactly.
And thinking that that's okay. That if you get to that echelon, there shouldn't be any
and
rules.
that they wouldn't do stuff like this.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't be complicit. But what they don't realize is that when you have to get to that level, you are complicit in
order to get to that level, you have to be complicit.
Yes.
That's where it's got to change. So this one guy, he has a nature Instagram, and if this crossed any of your guys' paths, please correct me if I'm wrong. But he was talking about how there is I'm going to call it a tribe of orangutans that are one.
I saw that.
You saw that one too, right?
I sent you.
Maybe that's where I saw it. Was it a guy walking through the woods?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe you sent it to me.
I think I did send it to you, yeah.
So this guy is walking through the woods, and he was saying that there's this tribe of orangutans where they're only one gene different than humans. And that there is also another species of, what are those called? Not monkeys, but what is the big name for monkeys? The species?
Gorillas?
No, species. No, higher up than species.
Homo sapiens?
No, of monkey type animals. I'm so sorry. I can say echelons, but I can't remember the name of monkey type animals. Yeah. Anyways, so
the mammal class,
that class of mammals. So he was saying that there is a group that's being studied. It's a female matriarchal society, and there has never been violence ever recorded in this group because it's matriarchal and it just never gets to violence. And on the day the Epstein files were released, coincidentally, there was the first murder that took place in that society of orangutans. And what it was that one of the males in the society was aggressive towards one of the children, one of the babies, the young ones. And all the women, I call them women, but all of the female orangutans circled around this male orangutan, beat him down, bit off his balls, I'm so sorry, and killed him. And that's all it took was one guy once, and they ended it. And I'm like, do we need those draconian measures to kind of set a precedent? I don't know, but something's got to change. This isn't okay. And it only works if females are erased, if their needs are erased. If they're
bonobos. That's
bonobos.
Because I was like, that is it's a song from an art, like it's an artist. His name is Bonobo.
Oh.
And I remember watching that video and being like, bonobos. That's probably where he got that name from.
Yeah. So I was stunned. Because, I mean, what's got to change in order for this not to happen again? For women not to be objectified again. What are the ladies saying?
There's quite a few comments. So I'm going to just read the Facebook ones right now because there's lots of comments on Instagram. Heather said bonobo is not an orangutan.
Oh, thank you.
If it's the one where the females protected the baby, orangutans are in Sumatra, also a phenomenal species, and chimps are actually male dominant.
Yes, I did read that as well. This one's orange, guys.
Off the Hook Trenton had asked what was the animal item, and just to let you know, I had put in the comments as well, it's a kimono-sleeved jacket, the one that Priya had showed with the menagerie.
Yeah.
Etoile. And Amy had said she's actually in Alberta, and I forgot about that.
I didn't think she was in BC.
Yeah. She said Cochrane, Alberta was 16 yesterday, said Jessica.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is crazy. This one's satin as well, guys.
And Michelle said it was 20 in Lethbridge.
Wow.
Nuts.
So it's like minus 13 here in Burlington and Hamilton. Navy blue and gray.
Minus 20 in Winnipeg today.
Wow.
In Winterpeg today. And Judy said -4 and snowing in Hamilton. Yes. Actually a warmer day for us here.
It's not bad, is it? Yesterday was minus 13. Yesterday was cold.
And Lorena said minors and vulnerable children. You're right. Lisa said it was a Handmaid's Tale situation.
Seriously.
Heather Margaret said, I know way too much about other apes. LOL. It's appreciated.
We love it.
Judy said, thought there was a good saying, people want to be billionaires, but we are far closer to being homeless than being billionaires. Very true. Cleo said,
Very
chimp.
true.
Jane said, gorilla. Judy said, primates. Bethany said, ape.
Primates. Thank you. Who said that?
It was Judy.
Thank you, Judy.
Cleo said, bonobos are only in the Congo. Amy said, capital punishment with zero leniency, no defense for pursuing a minor, none. If there was no leniency, people would do a lot more to make sure they weren't making mistakes.
Yeah.
And Margaret said, money equals power, and with power comes great responsibility.
I agree, though. Like, I think that if you have money, because Shafali and I were talking about this earlier today, and I said, what would make any person want to harm another person? Like, for fun. And she said, well, there are just people like that. I'm like, you know what, actually, because she says, when you have that much money, what else are you going to do? I'm like, if that much money, I would see how many people I could make smile.
But this is what you forgot to mention that I had even said.
Oh, 1 second. These pieces here are wabi-sabi.
Yes, wabi-sabi kimono-sleeved jackets.
Okay, go ahead.
So something I had said afterwards to Priya was that, and this is very true to the patriarchal structure, like, these people have become this way because they were raised by systems that created them with this mindset.
Yeah.
And that's what we forget, because, you know, if we think about the systems that created us, we were created with more matriarchal influences. So we didn't have so much of this aggressive tendency, but patriarchal societies create men like this and also make men suffer if they're not able to become like this. And we are so, like, the female equivalent is so opposite from that. And I'm being very binary here, but because we are so much the opposite, we can be prejudiced severely because we are so not that.
Okay. So I think what you're saying is we don't even get it because we weren't exposed to the same sorts of things that they were exposed to growing up.
We suffer from it every day, but we weren't trained to be like that.
No.
In the same way, right? We were already trained to be less than. But men, when they're brought up in this kind of structure, they're made to believe that this is the only way to be that.
So that they're raised to believe that they're more than and entitled. Whereas women are raised to believe they're not entitled.
I think that society convinces you that you are not entitled to anything. You have to align yourself with a man in that kind of echelon to survive. You have no power. Think of Giselle Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell. Like, she gave her life to this guy. And apparently...
But I think she loved him.
Well, they were together for a long time, right? She gave her...
Ghislaine. It's Ghislaine.
Ghislaine gave her youth and her life. Do you know what Epstein left her after he died?
What?
$10 million. That's how much he gave his pilot.
No way.
But and she was complicit in everything. And in contrast, his newest girlfriend got all of the yachts.
You mean there was another girlfriend?
Yeah, he had
after Ghislaine?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not.
She got the yachts, the islands, millions of dollars, money to maintain all the properties.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to change. Guys, that's got to change. I'm not okay with that. As the mother of daughters, I am saying no. No, thank you, and no way.
Exactly. That's very true, Amy. You put it perfectly.
I would love to hear it.
So just to finish Margaret's point, usually males have the power and expect to get whatever they want without consequences. It's difficult to remove 2,000 years of male oppression.
Yeah.
From women, which is true. Mm-hmm. And Heather Margaret said, fun fact about bonobos.
I love their references. Okay, go ahead. What else?
Bonobos always share resources with others, even if it's not a member of their tribe. They're lovely. And Margaret said, we need to change the systems, and it's difficult to do so.
We need to.
And Michelle said, what we are seeing today as. Amy said, I saw a take that said, men aren't raised to be men, they're raised to not be women. And I've seen that too, actually.
Wow. Yeah.
Because we look at the men in our lives, like, how much that structure of being brought up in has even affected us.
Well, and you hear it in the insults that men throw at each other. Like, you're such a
sissy.
P-U-S-S-Y.
That's why I said sissy.
Sissy. Or, don't be such, I've heard so many of them. I'm trying to think of ones that I can say. but like,
you throw like a girl.
Yeah.
It's the basic one.
Yeah. Like like, don't be such a Nancy is another one that
Nancy
I've heard.
boy, yeah.
Like the whole idea that there's no worse insult than being compared to a female. Yeah. Yeah. Right there. That right there, everybody.
And then even women who are trying to protect themselves from the abuse of, male oppression also don't like hearing that they're more like a woman. Right? That's the worst thing to be.
Is like a woman?
Well, that's what they kind of inherently believe, right? If you're a kid in a playground and somebody says, "Will you throw like a girl?" you're going to know that means something bad.
It's funny that you say that about women not wanting to be like women. And I'm going to share a story with you. Do I have time to, or are there comments?
It's 9:27.
Okay. So this is the last of the kimono-sleeved jackets in the wabi-sabi. So when I was infinitely younger, and I had just started teaching, I was on some sort of a special committee with a woman teacher, a female teacher, and a vice principal who turned out to be a pedophile. I didn't know that at the time. So anyways, we're having this meeting, and I was young, like early 20s. And I made some sort of a comment that was derogatory of women. Like, it was like, oh, I hate work. Like, basically, I hate working with women. And this woman who I was working with, she was a lesbian. And she kind of, again, I recognize the error of my ways. Please don't feel you need to school me. I'm schooling myself as we talk. So anyways, I made that comment. And as I said it, I'm like, oh, why would I have said that? That's not true. What would have made me feel that way? And I kind of backtracked. I'm like, I don't know what I said that, but I thought about it. And what I realized was that my experience of what it meant to be a woman came from my home. And what it meant to be a woman in my home meant that you were at the mercy of a man and his whims and his poor decision making and anger and violence. You were the recipient of all of that. And the only way that you could survive was to deny your truth. And I just assumed that was what it meant to be a woman. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with anybody like that, because I've dealt with people like that in my home, and I don't like dealing with that. And it wasn't until I got out of my home and into the real world and realized, oh, that was a very isolated circumstance that I was raised in, and other women are not like that. But I could see that at that age, the last thing I would have wanted to be was a woman. So I'll just leave that there. Okay, we're starting side slit tops, full price.
Margaret said, we need to change the systems. It's difficult to do.
Yeah.
Heather said, women not wanting to be women. Women can be so vicious and tear each other down. Partly why I like the resale group. Everyone lift each other up. Yes. And I think that's something that I'm seeing a lot of women unlearn. And sometimes you kind of feel sad for your own, parent group of people.
Oh, okay.
Like, for your community, because then you meet the woman who has not learned the error of those ways
and is still passing them along.
With you.
Yeah, competes with you.
And I had a very personal experience of that recently. Yeah. And it was a sad thing to watch. Somebody who was older than me and who clearly was really struggling with their own identity, taking it out on me in a very
passive aggressive, microaggressive,
racist manner. But
so what I found was that when I did develop a voice, and became unafraid to use it, I got blacklisted a lot. Like I was always the problem, because I spoke a truth that was uncomfortable for people to hear. But the other thing that I found was that people would find ways to disparage me. So in the same way that I didn't like those women who, represented everything that I didn't think a woman could be, like should be, that we had so much more potential. They resented me for being somebody who had exceeded the confines of what they believed a woman should be, that who was I to rock the boat when the system worked so well? And I'm like, it only works well if I make myself small, and that's not going to be okay with me. So it really does. Like when you see someone being catty towards another woman, I think it comes from not a place of, I'm just a bitter, angry person and I'm going to let it out on everybody. It's because somehow seeing you has made them insecure.
And that's kind of what I even and Priya and I talked a lot about this, like that's kind of what you notice in day to day when you're so obviously a character. You make a lot of people like
uncomfortable
and question themselves. And I've made a lot of men in my life question themselves and ask themselves, like, is this a person I want to have in my life? Because they make me so uncomfortable, because they are being honest with themselves, and it's, you know, mirroring something in me that I'm not ready to face.
Yeah.
And you know, you see a lot of relationships either develop or you see them let go of.
Well, it's a challenge, right? And that's where, just like when I met though I was saying, oh, you know, I don't like working with women. And then I realized, oh, wait, like that's a belief that I held from long ago. Is that still a belief I want to cling to? And in the same way, if being around you makes a man rethink his definition of a woman, then he gets the opportunity to rethink his beliefs. And he either has the confidence and the courage to do that, or he doesn't. And that's not a reflection on you. That's often a reflection on his own personal insecurity. That, you know how we always say two things can be true? It's a refusal to believe that two things can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a need for things to be black and white.
Exactly. Because that's the only way you'll survive. Yeah. Lovely.
Lovely.
Heather says, the problem wasn't you. Margaret says, women tearing each other apart is something that is perpetrated culturally. It works to the male's advantage.
It really does.
And Heather said, never be small. Never be small.
Yeah.
And Judy said, my first mentor told me the fear of discovery is always bigger than the fear of punishment. You need to shine the light.
Wait, say that again. The fear of discovery
is always bigger than the fear of punishment. People are more scared of being discovered than they are of being punished.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people are afraid to be seen. They'd be too vulnerable as well.
Oh, definitely.
And yeah, how do we raise kids that are not afraid to be seen, who have enough confidence in themselves? It's hard when the whole world, when the narrative that's coming from the world at large is you are small, you are less than. For you to say, no, but I'm not. I am not less than. I am as you, and I am as everybody else, equally imperfect and equally amazing.
I think it's also hard because then you have to, as a parent, you know, be aware of how you could also be complicit in that.
Definitely.
Right? Like, I think that's really hard because a lot of people generationally have not let go of a lot of traumas. So they can't help it. They're not even seeing that part of the mirror. They're just like, it's a black shadow. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I know. And honestly, one of the things that I do that I've noticed about myself. So I have 3 daughters, and Shafali also comes over quite often. And I have one husband. And my whole children's life, I'm like, go up your top. You're like, you know, you're showing a lot more than you probably should be showing at this moment. Or they'll sit with their legs, you know, apart and short skirts. And I'll be like, you know, please be a little modest. I'm thinking, why? It's their father. It's somebody they should be able to trust. This is, you know, if it were a guy going shirtless, you'd be like, okay, he's chosen to go shirtless, but it's not a problem. Right. So that's me bringing my own older beliefs. But I think it's because so a friend of mine told me this once, like, because I do worry sometimes when the girls dress provocatively, not that they don't have a right to, they have every right to dress any way they want and express themselves. But as these young women go out onto the street, I can't vouch for the sanity of the men who are going to take advantage of them. Mm-hmm. And I know that it has nothing to do with what women are wearing, because they will go after anybody they want to go after, regardless of anything. But their perceptions of, you know, clothing as an invitation is a place I don't want my girls to ever have to find themselves, where inadvertently they have triggered in some stranger who's crazy's mind that they are inviting something.
But that happens
anyways,
regardless.
It does, but I think it happens more. But okay, in any case, I am pointing out that I feel like my belief that we women need to be more careful comes from a place of not feeling confident that men can be trusted, and to do whatever you can to protect yourself in that situation. If you're in a group of girls and you're very, very safe and, you know, you've got a huge friend circle, go for it. Alone, is it safe? I don't know.
I think that's the survivalist part that not a lot of people like that unfortunately is the reality for a lot of women, because they have to figure out a way to protect themselves in some capacity.
Yeah.
And women do that. Like I've seen so many women who like dress nice to go out and then put a massive jacket over it because they have to get into an Uber or they have to go on the subway.
Yeah.
Like, I was raised also very traditionally, and I was insulted as a child because I was more developed. I got my period very young as a kid. And so I got a lot of things earlier on, and lots of very uncomfortable comments and sexualized comments were made towards me. But I also recognize that the reason why that has happened is because the women in my life not only had experiences of young women being taken advantage of by men in their life and in their families, but I know of a family member of mine who is a pedo.
Yeah.
That I had to be around as a child.
Yeah.
And so
they were trying to protect you,
exactly, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's tough. It is very tough. And that's why I think it's really great that girls your age are just saying, nope, I'm going to wear exactly what I want. And the guys are just going to have to figure it out, because you're no longer pandering to their behaviors. You're behaving the way you believe is appropriate, and they can figure it out.
So we have tons of comments.
Okay, let's just read.
No. Before I read them, I do want to say something very quickly as a redemption arc for this. Like, because of what I do on the side with my music promotion, I actively try to create a safe environment for women and, you know, queer presenting individuals and gender neutral or fluid individuals. And like, it's kind of amazing to see the kind of questions that people ask me who are coming to these events. They'll ask me, am I able to bring other people who are men to this event? And I say, yeah, of course, as long as they're respectful and respect the rules and are not weird. And I'm not weird. I also see
weird is fine. Weird, not fine.
Absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah.
But it's incredible to see like how many women felt so comfortable dressing how they wanted. And also, like, it was like watching children play, like they were like running.
Yeah, because they didn't have to worry about the male gaze.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. Which I think we shouldn't have to. Like, think about it. I mean, if we choose to, that's great. That's perfectly your choice. Enjoy it. But we shouldn't have to fear it. Right.
And you know what I also was going to add, like, was very interesting is the kinds of guys that came to this event. They were all men who genuinely just wanted to have a good time and felt safe to actually express joy. That's really cute together.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have an orangey kind of, or like a greenie? Do the greenie necklace. That would be really cute. But who actually felt really safe to express joy. And men are a victim of these systems that, you know, the men in our lives are too. And like, but they can't help but also be complicit in it, right? Because they have no idea. It was a very interesting reflection. And that event I threw really showed me, like, you know, why spaces like this were really necessary.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I remember when I was young, I used to go to clubs. I remember I danced with this one guy and he started licking my neck. And I'm like, ew. So cold that I was. I'm like, it was gross. It was really gross.
That's horrible.
It was horrible. It's horrible. Anyways, let's hear these comments.
Margaret said, I hate to tar men with the same brush because, of course, there are real men out there, but things are slowly changing.
Yes.
Oh, and also Trenton had asked, is that piece we just showed white?
It is not white. It is pale pink.
Jessica said, wealth should be distributed equitably for the benefit of all.
Absolutely.
Lisa said, historically, women couldn't own property, and when their husbands died, the closest male relative would get the estate. That was only a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
And Lorena said, I do hit it like a girl, mama.
Yeah. Lorena, I love you.
Michelle said, I always think there is both nature and nurture. So not just how you're brought up, but how your brain processes the nurture and if there are any underlying mental health issues. Yeah. Jane said, imagine being lied to all your life, guys and girls. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty hard to watch.
Yeah.
Jackie, let me know which piece it was that you wanted to see the colors for. Sorry, I didn't see that one come through. Jessica said, that top is so fun. Jane said, not fond of mean girls, but I have to turn them. I have tried to turn them. It's not easy. Yeah. Once they start pulling the race card, I walk away. Like at that point.
So I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I say, do you realize that what you just said is racist?
So this is what they'll do is I'll say something and I'll act uncomfortable, and then they dig a deeper hole.
But I think
then they start digging it more and more and more.
But that's because you have, okay, not to blame the victim here, but you also have the power to shut that down. As soon as you hear it, like unashamedly, that's not okay. Big smile, off you go.
And this is the problem, right? Generally, I do that, but I didn't feel comfortable doing that because I was in a promoter role.
Yeah. Did we figure out which one Jackie wanted to see?
She didn't comment just yet.
I love this one. Okay, I want to hear what the ladies have to say.
Mean girl attitude is butt ugly, says Lorena. Judy says because they don't think they'll get caught. That's why.
Yeah.
Puppy Bunny Cat or Jordy said so much harm comes from this idea that some people are worth more than other people as we grow up and internalize that. Even if we don't believe it, it's a lot of work to unlearn it.
And it's a lot of work to not be gaslit by others who assure you that you're wrong and that, of course, different people have different value. And you're like, you feel like the emperor the kid who's pointing out that the emperor is not wearing any clothes. You're like, but no, I have this evidence right here. And it was like, you're crazy. The problem is you.
Maybe your eyes aren't working today.
Yeah. And then because you have nobody else validating you, you're like, maybe it is me. And that's why communities like this are so important. I wish that when I was younger, I had been able to find a community like this, somebody who could assure me, you're not crazy. Like, you're on your journey. This is where you are on your journey. And you know what? It's everybody's going through their own thing. It has nothing to do with you, but you can be firm in your beliefs. And then the thing that I tell everybody who will listen, and Shefali can attest to this, your only job is to keep your side of the street clean. Live according to your values, improve your values as you learn more, keep your karma as clean as possible, apologize if you make a mistake. And that's all you have control over. And other than that, you set a boundary. And that's it. It's all you can do.
Amy said, sorry to ask, but Wabi Sabi Kimono-Sleeved jacket PRC 8505. Is it more gray or purple gray? Let me check.
I think it's this one she's talking about. Am I right?
1 second. I'm searching.
Or this one?
No, it is 8505 is this.
Oh, it's Wabi Sabi. These are full price. Oh, that one.
Oh, a complete left field.
Yes. So it is not a purple at all. It's a taupe. It's orange and taupe. So kind of brown. It's definitely this one.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's orange, red, taupey gray, and a slightly greeny gray. I would even say that this taupe has a bit of green in it. But alas, no purple.
Judy was like, what, Amy? You want to talk silk? That's what this is for.
No, please do talk silks, guys. We're always happy to talk silk.
Jordy said, here's the silky question. Has anyone worn a side slit or boxy top under a Joanna jumpsuit? I believe that was done before.
It has been done. Boxy tops and side slit tops do not have the same cut, but they do. Let me show you.
The side slit will have more flow if you think about it. And also it will fall better at the bottom if you are somebody who feels a bit unsure about your midsection.
Okay, I'm going to just layer these two over each other so you can see. So then this is a boxy top. This is a side slit top.
Craig, did you look at that boxy top? Right?
Perfect. Right where you want them to be. Headlights. Nice. Well positioned. We talk about girl power. This is it right here. Okay, so.
And they really also account for the misshapen.
Yeah, that's right. Because no woman's body is
they're sisters, they're cousins.
Okay, so getting back to this, you will notice that the sleeves on the top, the side slit top, are a little bit longer, and they're also just a little bit wider. They're close, but they're not identical. So there you can see they're that much longer. And then in terms of length, I'd say that's about a 3-inch length difference. So I don't think the length is actually going to make that much of a difference because it's going to get tucked into the Joanna jumpsuit. The width is, I'm going to say 3 inches around in circumference. There is a 3-inch extra bit of circumference on the side slit top. And that actually makes sense because the side slit top fits to a size 18, whereas the boxy top fits to a size 12. So I hope that answers the question. Does it go?
I think it does.
Okay.
Heather says, I do wear side slit tops under the jumpsuit often. So, sir, Margaret. And Amy says, this is why I suck at colors. I can never tell the gray is more brown or purple. Thank you. Judy said, it's why I had Shefali come out and help me with my wardrobe. Don't know if you'll get this reference, but she... Geronimo? G-A-R...
Garanimals.
Garanimals.
Do you know what garanimals are? I don't know exactly, but I think that they're like animals where you can kind of take the tail of one animal and the head of another animal and create a whole new animal.
I did do that.
Yes.
I did do that.
Okay, guys, these are the wabi-sabi ones. There's still so much to get through. I know that I have been just showing things, but today is the last day of the sneaky peek. And I haven't done the boxy tops, and I haven't done the cardigans, and I haven't done the waterfall tops.
And I have to leave actually.
Right at 10. Awesome. What time is it?
It's 9:40.
Perfect.
So you get to do this. I also have to go to the thinking palace.
Okay.
Really bad. So
I have to do this on my own?
So no. I'm going to go think really quickly.
Okay.
You can show because there'll be no talking. You'll
Perfect.
just be doing this, right? Right?
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
Okay. These are the wabi-sabi side slit top. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Side slit tops. Side slits. This one has orange and like a magenta in it. It's okay, Sully. She's coming right back. This one is teals and blacks. Ooh, so pretty. Persimmon. That's the back of it. Embroiders there. This one is black and red, a deep red and cream. Beautiful, actually. Okay, some more of the little wabi-sabi ones, guys. We are still doing side slit tops. This one has, somebody asked, I think, if this would go with Chirocco, and yes, it will. It would also go with Demoiselle, and it also has purple in it, but I saw a face a second ago. There. Face, right there. It's kind of cute. The background color of this one is a very pale, muted pink. Ooh, wowza. Okay, this is too beautiful. I would definitely pair this with Chirocco. It's okay, Sally. Love this. Actually, I don't even know how I missed this one. This is stunning. This is the summer top you've always wanted. That is a Priya's pick. Ooh, this one's fun. I think I saw this one in a kimono duster. I could be wrong, and I don't have time to check. But I've definitely seen this fabric before, so I know we showed it. Beautiful little stripies, so many colors, grays and different shades of blue and teal and black and cream and green. This one is like a slate gray blue, a beige, like a sand color, and black. And it is a Monday, Tuesday. There's Monday. There's Tuesday. This one here is like a cinnamon color or a pumpkin, a deep pumpkin or a deep cinnamon with black and beige. And it's a Monday, Tuesday. So that's one side. That's the other. Beautiful. Gray digital print, flowers that are slightly yellow and red, lots of different shades of gray and brown in there. Really elegant. And it also is a Monday, Tuesday. Ladies, we did it. We are on to waterfall tops. And luckily, these have been paired in matching sets. But the wabi-sabis have been mixed in with the full price. So what I'm going to do is show you the matching sets. This one is It's satin and crepe. So that's why you can see the stripes on it. The stripes, these ones that go diagonally, are actually woven into the fabric. So those aren't printed on. Those are just the different types of fabric. What's printed on are the florals right there. And that's the waterfall top. And that's the cardigan. It's beautiful, deep red and shades of blue and pink and multi-tonal beiges. Ooh, this is an easy one. So it's very, very, very pale gray. The silk has a bit of a texture because it's a jacquard. It's very soft, except you can feel that it's textured. So how do I describe that? I don't know how to describe it, guys. You can feel that the pattern is raised on it. It's still soft. It's extremely soft, but it's textured, not just a jacquard. It's a textured jacquard. And this one is gray and black. Here. Here's an, oh, wait. I have to show these. Remember, these are the ones from, hold on. There was that one that everybody wanted to see last time. This one, guys, remember we couldn't find it last week? We found it. So that's what it looks like for those of you who wanted to see this high-low top.
Did you go through all of them?
No, but I just remembered that I had promised I'd show this, so I didn't want to forget. Black, different shades of blue, absolutely stunning. Showstopper and wabi sabi. Okay, I'll put that one back. And so I'll grab 3 at a time. So this one here is different shades of, say, kind of like an orange, and this is teal and white, and there's different shades of yellowy orange there. We have the cardigan and the waterfall.
These are all sets.
These are all sets. This one actually has purples and blues, mauves, browns, grays, blacks. You can kind of see all the colors right there. Beautiful purple and black and gray. Multiple shades of purple, multiple shades of gray right there on the arm. Can they see those?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Time?
9:54.
Where are you going tonight?
There's a show happening at and venue, and I went to go get tickets, but I guess they're not selling a lot of tickets. And then I know the people running the show, but then they also said they can't guarantee me.
You don't have a friend who's going who can get you in?
So I have a friend going at 10 who's going to try to get us 2 tickets, but I don't want to hear any like, oh, the person has to be here, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
We'll be done soon. So what's really strange is that this piece, is this piece part of this piece? No. I don't know why they're together. This one and this one are not a match set. This goes with this. This is a standalone.
No, the match set is behind you, Priya.
Okay, that explains that. And then here's another set of 3. So that's the one that I pulled. This is the cardigan with the beautiful circle on it. This is the waterfall top. Colors are quite accurate. And then we also have the side slit top option if you'd like to wear that under the cardigan.
More rust, not pink enough for gala.
Yes, it's definitely more of a rusty orange. This is stunning. Dark teal, pink, muted ochre, black, gray. Lovely little stripe there. And here's another one where we have all 3. So this is the side slit top. This is the cardigan. This is the waterfall top. Okay, same thing in, ooh, I see what this is. Okay. Shafali, I feel like I'm so on the clock. Oh my God. Okay. Black and red with beautiful floral. And then this is the matching waterfall. Very pretty. This one's more of a fuchsia. Ooh, this is a showstopper. Okay, fuchsia and black. That's it. That's all. Just those 2 colors. So what can't you wear that with?
And wabi, both.
Both wabi. Wow. That's Priya's pick. Um, ooh, this is nice. So it is different shades of blue and teal, and then we have this graphic print here in a brighter teal, almost a green, some grays, and some burgundies. It's somewhere between a blue and a teal. So if you were to ask me, is it blue or teal? The answer would be yes. And it also has the matching side slit. We're not going to get to boxy tops.
You just do one of these.
Yeah. Okay, this is beautiful. Equally beautiful. Too beautiful. Honestly,
I put the story with this one.
this is beautiful.
I wore that with the silver pendant, collar necklace, and then viscosha pants. Stunning piece.
Stunning. Okay, definitely a Priya's pick. I missed that one on my first round through. Okay, we have another set. Ooh, oranges, purples, blacks. The purple is very much a foxglove purple. It's like a muted lavender. And then we have polka dots. Who doesn't love a good polka dot? And then there's the matching top. So if you wanted to wear these two together, it would look like that. And that is definitely a muted rust, a muted rust.
Was that tie-dye piece white? It wasn't a pure white. It was a kind of a warmer cream, but it does look really nice with white.
It's a lot of colors. It's gray, it's cream, it's butter, it's oatmeal.
Oatmeal is definitely that color. Yeah, definitely.
It has a lot of tones in it. It would be hard to choose just one.
Yeah, but you could wear with white on the bottom. I think it looks better with a warmer cream, honestly.
I think it needs a cream or an oatmeal.
Yeah.
Okay, I did this one in the stories too. This one's beautiful.
Yes, and I took a photo of...
Love this. And so this one came with the poncho. So you could do the cardigan with the poncho. Shafali, do I have time to show it?
You have literally 1 minute.
I wish I had known in advance that you had a deadline. I would have moved faster.
No, that's okay. I also got distracted by our thing. And, I'm giving it an extra couple minutes because, if it's not meant to be to go to this show, then it's not meant to be. But
I will move as fast as I can. I really love this with the poncho if you manage to
really
get this two together.
It's beautiful.
Okay, here is another one. We have the side slit top. We have the waterfall top. This is shades of deep blue, almost purple and blue, sky blue.
If you can't tell, I need white for a white party, LOL.
Oh, beautiful. Beiges, oatmeals, reds, marigold, a little bit of green. Fabulous soft silk.
We actually have some pieces that have like a closer to a white or would pair really nicely with white. You should send us a message.
This is so soft, guys. I can't even, literally cannot even. You have no idea. Okay, this one is this one's a side slit top. This one is, if I didn't already have a red one, I would 100% get this. This would not make it to the sales floor. Stunning.
Very much something Priya would pick out for herself.
It's just got all of these great denim colors in it. It's got teal. It's got the blues. There's so many different shades of red, and it's soft like butter. Absolute butter. And polka dots. What? No. Yes. Polka dots down there. Priya's pick, guys.
It's okay. You're fine, Priya. Sorry, don't worry.
I didn't know.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, beautiful lavender, a little bit more lilac, like closer to a pink. Really quite pretty, very feminine. Very feminine. Ooh, okay. Different shades of blue and purple and gray and taupe. We have the waterfall top and we have the cardigan. We're getting there. Okay, this one. That's Tarocco, beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's Tarocco. That's kind of like a lemony color, but somewhere between lemon and green, but it's not lime. This is mid-tone blue. That's an oatmeal. So this would be really pretty with owl, and it would also look great with Tarocco. So sand or bluey greens. Wow. This is so cool. Okay, so we have a lot of static. We have a stripe. This is satin here in the center here. of the waterfall top. And then this must belong to another piece. Yeah. This goes with this. Here. Okay, we're down to the last three. And then boxy tops, which I will fly through.
Wow. What a stunning fabric.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Amazing.
Black and then gray, red, a little bit of like a creamy, actually it's a gray. And we have the side slit top. We have the cardigan. I see the waterfall top right here. Nope, that's the dress. There is no waterfall top. Nope. No waterfall top. And then this one, it's like we saved the best for last. Oh, this is the one that you worked on. Beautiful. So this is one of the building pieces. This is stunning. And then what's really cool about this is this has a patch that was half done in India and half done here by Shefali. So India put a patch on this side where they sewed fabric over top of a rip. And then Shefali added a second color on the other side to cover that, like the open threads.
So if you would like to purchase my handiwork, you can do that.
That's right. Definitely handmade. My gosh, this is beautiful.
Handmade by Shefali.
And I think, what time is it?
It's 10:03, but we're good. Maybe you should show off some of those pieces in the front as well that we missed on. The ones that I also updated.
Okay.
Just because those are new as well.
Okay. So yeah, these are pieces. This one I showed you already. This we were supposed to show you on Tuesday, but we couldn't find it. This one here, we did show this one, and you did a story on it.
Yes.
This one here.
We showed the other fabric.
Yes, we showed the other fabric in that. That was the one that Amy asked about. Ooh, this is pretty. Different shades of purple, blue, I want to say a magenta, orange. This would match gala. Really fun piece. Great to wear on its own with just a slip underneath. This is the vest that goes with the baby doll. I know we showed that already. Like a pistachio green with turquoise and brown.
This is the piece I worked on.
So Shefali added this ribbon to it. She created the ribbon and then added it.
All silk, guys.
All silk. It's beautiful.
Would like some of my handiwork.
And then this one here is very soft. It's bandani. Nope, is it? Yes. Nope. It is. That's bandani. This is a bandani where they tie dye by tying strings in tiny spots to pinch the fabric together and then dye it and then take the strings off. It's extraordinarily soft. It's oranges, reds, golds, and a little bit of cream. And then
take your time. You're good.
Are you sure?
Yes. We have acquired the ticket.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to keep you behind because we still have to clean up.
It's okay. That's okay.
Okay, these boxy tops, guys. And we will flit through them because chances are we have seen these fabrics before because we make the boxy tops right at the end when we have just a little bit of fabric left.
Because I also have to put blush on.
Oh, you still got to do makeup. Oh. Ooh, I should show this as well. That's pretty, eh?
Beautiful. Wow. I always love this fabric when it comes in its blends. This one too.
Yeah.
Very unusual.
We've seen this one before. It always reminds me.
And it's incredible.
Yes, it is. So love that one.
Love this fabric.
Wow. The colors in that.
Stunning.
Gorgeous. Okay, this one is yellows, greens, blues. Yellows, greens, blues.
Yellows, greens, blues.
This is like a greeny gray and black. Oh my gosh.
This is from the Maharaja fabric.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Or the Maharani fabric, I guess. Oh.
It's our lady. It's our lady friends. Ladies. Oh, we have ladies. And then we have this one.
Love this fabric.
So the ones that I just showed you were the wabi sabi ones. So that's always fun. And now for the regular price ones.
Mm-hmm. Kiss each other.
Ooh, this is
long tunic with side ties.
Yeah.
That's close to white.
This is really close to white. It is a gray, but it's close to
It'll look good with
you
white.
can see there.
They can't see on Instagram.
Oh, they can't see on Instagram.
But basically, Priya put it against our white walls.
And you can see that it's a little gray.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is an icy blue with a little bit of a very pale coral in it. Ooh, and some pretty. I know we have a one shoulder dress in this fabric. This is a beautiful red with paisley. And that's the other side. The other side has some black on it. This is the one that goes with that poncho. This is a showstopper. Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable.
That is amazing.
That's amazing.
I might have to change the mannequin with that if that doesn't sell.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. This one is all different shades of green and teal. All the greens, all the teals. Red moving in towards teal and green on the sleeve. There's the other side. This is beautiful. It's got silver zari work on the bottom. And it's reds and grays. And it's another shibori dye, same on that side. And then we have our little pink stripe on pale pink. And there's only a few left. This is it, guys. Last three. So this one, you may remember, it also comes in a tunic, short caftan link tunic
Tunic caftan with slits. Yeah.
And it also has the velvet on the bottom. Meow. This one's really fun. We've had this fabric before. It's really pretty. Greens, oranges, black and cream. And then this one, I think did I already show this one? I did.
You did when you were comparing.
Yes. Ladies, that's it. We went a little bit over time. We hope that we see you again on Sunday. We'll be going live so the sale starts at 11 a.m., but we will go live at 12 noon. And we'll show you whatever pieces you want to see that maybe you weren't really quite sure what the colors were, and we can show you those. And then at 2, when our live is over, we take all the ones that have sold off the website, but we leave them on until then so that if you were looking for something, you'll be like, oh, there it is. It's already sold. Let us know if you have any questions, if there's anything we can do for you. We appreciate that you have spent this time with us tonight. Shefali, did I forget anything?
Is 20 minutes before the website, what is going to happen, Priya?
Right. So at about 2:45, the website will go password protected on Sunday. So at about 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. During that time, I make all the back end changes to make sure that these pieces become available for sale. Up until then, they're not available. At exactly 11, I reopen the website. It will no longer be password protected. Refresh your screen at that point if it's still password protected, because the password protection will disappear and then you can start adding things into your cart. When you're checking out, check out often, because something being in your cart doesn't mean that it's yours. It just means that
it's in your cart.
It's in your cart. Until you've actually paid for it, it's not yours. And that's just to keep things really fair. So things like can't go in your cart and then out of your cart and then somebody else thought it was gone. So when it's gone, it's gone. If you're an American customer, you notice duties and tariffs, we will be reaching out to you later to find out how you want to deal with that. That's it.
That is it, I think.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. It was a pleasure spending Friday with you.
And we will see you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.